Timmy the star singer becomes the bad singer. Timmy's life was singing. He could never stop. He had the best voice in the whole school. In assemblies, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. In school plays, we're just an average fairy tale kingdom in an average fairy tale land. In church, hallelujah, hallelujah, King of kings, forever and ever, hallelujah, hallelujah. To make it short, Timmy sang good everywhere, until an unexpected misfortune happened to our star singer, something that kept him from being in the next school play. As I said, Timmy sang very well. His BFF is Mia. He has a crush on her. To make it short, Timmy was good on almost everything. Yes, almost in everything. He bothered Max. Mia is the only one that knows that secret. Max tries to sing, but he doesn't do it very well. That's why Timmy teases him. Ha ha ha, mouse voice, screeching cello. Anyway, it was 10:35 one Monday morning in the ASFM school. Timmy's favorite class, music class. Timmy loved the room, how it always smelled fresh, the light blue colored walls, the orange chairs, and the big window. And he also liked the music teacher, Mr. Watercap. He used to be an opera singer, but with time he decided to teach kids. Mr. Watercap announced one morning, "We are going to have a school play called Pirates. In this play, the main character is the stowaway." After those words, Timmy and Max knew who they wanted to be. Max used to sing well. He was the best singer in the school, but they needed to take their tonsils out. Something in the operation went wrong, and they accidentally scraped his throat, and his voice became a squeak. This happened 2 or 3 years ago. The next day, in play auditions, Max got to go first. "Now it's my turn to shine," he said to himself. 10 minutes passed, and he came out of the room. He had done well. He knew he'd done well because the judges clapped a little. Mia got second. "Yay, it's my turn," she said happily. She did super well. She knew she did super well because the judges cheered and clapped. Timmy got to go last. "I'll be the stowaway in the snap," he bragged. He did awesomely well. He knew it because the cheerings and the clappings of the judges filled the room in a couple of seconds. In the end of the auditions, they called out the characters. Mia got to be the queen of the high seas. Timmy got to be the stowaway, and Max got to be a prisoner. Max's felt bursted open. The prisoner only appeared in the last scene. He doesn't even appear in the first scene that all of the characters have to appear. When they called out Max's name, Timmy started to tease him. "Ha ha, you're a prisoner." Max decided to take revenge. This time he really meant it. Max ran home. He passed the Turner's house, then the Garza backyard, until he got to his house. He sprinted up to the room without saying hi to his mom or dad. His room was covered with heavy metal posters, and the floor was covered with dirty underwear, and a small bookshelf in the left corner hardly ever touched. He went to the bookshelf and got out the dustiest book. "Spell book," he read out loud. He flipped through the pages and found just what he needed. He was going to take Timmy's voice out. He took note and got ready for the next day. "So, being a stowaway in school play is funny to you. Let's see how fun it is to be the stowaway with my voice," he said to himself. In play rehearsals, Max sneaked up behind Timmy and conjured the spell. "Alakablalakazam. Boys, now you've got another master." When Timmy got up to sing, a horrible squeak came out instead of his melodious voice. It was the worst second ever. He felt like he wanted to die. He was so scared he screamed a horrible scream. "Ah! Mia, you need to help me. What happened to my voice?" he asked furiously. "I saw Max take your voice out and replace it with his. Let's go to his house and get your voice back." "Let's go after school to his house. First we will go to yours and get what we need, and we will walk 2 blocks to his house and try to get your voice back," she whispered. The rest of the music class was horrible. Timmy suffered as he saw Max replace him as the stowaway. Now Timmy was the prisoner and Max was the stowaway. When I get my voice back, Timmy is going to pay it. Max is going to pay it big, Timmy threatened. It was the worst music class ever for him. He wished it would take 100 years to be next Monday. Ring! The school bell rang. Timmy felt relieved. School was over. No more Max to be seen. Timmy and Mia ran to Timmy's house. They grabbed the necessary. Actually, all they needed was a hook and a rope. They tied the rope to the hook and got ready to leave to make their super secret mission. Are you ready? Asked Mia to Timmy. Ready, answered Timmy. They went back to Max's house that was only 2 blocks away. They walked for 2 blocks, chatting a bit, until they got to Max's house. It was a white house with round windows and purple shutters. In other words, it was a normal house. Max's window was easy to identify. It had black shutters with white skulls on it, and they were always closed except for a little crack. They threw the rope and it got hooked on a loose board, and they climbed to the window. They needed to be extra careful because the loose board might break and they could fall and break a bone. Timmy was first. He looked through the crack in the open window of the shutters. The room was deserted. He opened the window and climbed in. Mia came in second. She struggled to climb, but she made it. The room was a horrible sight. The walls were filled with heavy metal posters on the floor. And the floor was flooded with dirty clothes. And there were books all over the floor. They looked all over the floor for something to break the spell. Mia, look what I found, whispered Timmy. He found the book of spells. They opened it and found how to reverse the spell. Mia read out loud. Boys return, go to your old master. It read. Max came running to his room. He had his voice back. What are you doing in my room? He said. Sorry, Max, but I wanted to get my voice back. You need to learn to be who you are, and I think you're great. I need to learn how to respect differences. I hope you can forgive me, said Timmy. Wait, but I still don't have the answer of what are you doing in my room, who let you in, and why were you snooping in my things? Sorry, Max. We were in your room because we wanted to get Timmy's voice back, and we snooped in your things because we needed to conjure this spell. And Timmy has something to say to you, she said, motioning him to go forward. Timmy walked forward and said, I will stop bothering you and please forgive me. I hope that with time we could be good friends. Max thought for a couple of minutes. Well, I forgive you. But if you bother me again, your voice goes back to me forever. Promise? I promise, but you need to remind me not to do it. Deal? Asked Timmy. Deal, said Max. Both of our characters learned something. Both had quite a conversation when they got back to school next day. I learned that bothering people makes bad things happen to you. I think it's called bad karma. Timmy said to Max, I learned that being myself is better than wanting to be someone else. I like being myself, Max said. So, both of our characters learned something. It was a win-win. The end. Or it is.